Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Amma barahabati fila. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Asal Allah Kareem Rabbil Arsh al-Azim and yatawallana fi dunya wal akhir. We ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the Almighty accepts our good and forgives our evil, protects us from kulli su' wa makruh, rectifies our condition and affairs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says fi kitab al-mubin, mentioning the importance of giving to the fuqara, to the poor and the destitute. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَتُؤْتُوهَا الْفُقَرَاء فَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. He said, and if you give it to the fuqara, you give to the fuqara, هَذَا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. This is better for you. And some of the scholars, they mention that this ayah is dalil ala, is evidence for the deeds, the secret deeds and the secret types of charity, those kind of things which are free from riyah, free from showing off, free from seeking fame, but rather they are there. The people are doing it in order to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with ikhlas. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for ikhlas with thabat ala sunnat al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So this ayah, it shows us the importance of doing secret deeds of worship, that you are coming closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you're spending in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seeking only the reward from Allah azza wa jal. And of course, praying the Qiyam al-Layl is one of those beautiful deeds. And also, as in light of this ayah, comes the deeds such as spending in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so when we look at the hal, the condition, the status of our brothers and sisters in Philistine, and our brothers and sisters in Yemen, and our brothers and sisters in Syria, and our brothers and sisters in around the world, in fact, and right here in our own countries in America, and there's so many that are in need of assistance. There are so many of our brothers who are less fortunate than us. So we do need to remember them. We do need to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We do need to spend in the cause. And one of those secret deeds that you can do that no one has to know about is spending in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this Ramadan is the time to do it. This Ramadan, meaning Al-An, 2025. And what? This is the last 10. This is the 21st. This possibly Laylatul Qadr indana. Possibly. And so it shows us the importance of spending in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seeking the pleasure of Allah azza wa jal. And one of the benefits we gain from this is knowing that the secret deeds, they make it, they strengthen your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without people seeing it. So meaning that you are strengthening your ties. When you spend in the cause, say for example, if you send $100, $1,000, $10 to help people have iftar, help people have a tent, help people have a little bit of clean water under the bombardment and the devastation and the displacement, then bi'idhnillah ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you. And on top of that, those are deeds no one else has to know. And no one else will see if you spend in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala striving. And that is without the people seeing your deeds. And the reward is immense from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also, ahabati fillah, is this when you spend secretly in the case of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the cause of Allah azza wa jal, that you are also protecting your heart. You are preserving your heart from amazement, from becoming amazed with yourself, or loving the praise of the people, because no one is there to praise you because you spent in the cause of Allah and no one knew it. So this is also another reason why it's so important to do these actions strictly for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also, these secret deeds that you could be doing right now in these last 10 days of Ramadan, these secret deeds, they are the closest and the best deeds for fostering sincerity to Allah, ikhlas, and gaining the qabul, the acceptance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These types of deeds are the best for that. Also, ahabati fillah, that these deeds of sincerity and these secret deeds that we could be doing right now during the last remainder of this holy month, And I ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us all with tawfiq and accepts all of our good deeds and forgives our bad deeds, that these deeds make you closer to Allah, and they are more they encourage the sincerity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they help you as a servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have purer, cleaner sincerity and purity of the heart in coming to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So do as many of these secret deeds that you can do during this holy month and strive to come closer to Allah Azza wa Jal, seeking His pleasure, seeking His favor, seeking His forgiveness, seeking His guidance. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we implore Allah Azza wa Jal, Allahumma anta al-afu, anta al-afuan, tuhibul afu, fa'afu anna. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.